Headed back out to storage today. Gotten 2 loads of stuff. A friend has been helping me out with his pickup truck, and we've been loading a bunch of the crates and things. I got 14 of them emptied out so far. A bunch of stuff got thrown away, some more taken to Goodwill, and a bunch of them were combined. Yeah, alright. My drugs. Hang on a second. I'm trying to get everything out of there as soon as possible. I was trying to do it by the end of last month. I know I've been saying that well, not every month, but it's been going on for a while. Anyways, it's the 9th now, so I have to pay for the rest of the month, which means I'm not necessarily in a giant hurry, but I'd rather get it done while the weather's nice, because look, sunshine. It's another ridiculously nice day outside. Yeah, running a little bit low on space in here. I still need to get the lumber and stuff so I can get a bunch of things put up top here, but I should be able to make that happen soon. Anyways, let's head out there. He's gonna meet me soon. Oh, I always forget to turn the brakes back on this chair. I ended up getting my lift hopelessly stuck in the mud the other night. That was exciting. The safety interlocks on this thing kind of screwed me over, but yeah, I'll probably unhook those later. The little flappy thing on the end there, if that's not up all the way, the lift will not operate. And the mud got caught down in the little legs that stick down, and it wouldn't let it compress all the way. So I got up about this far, and then the lift just stopped working. I require coffee, and then we have to get to storage. We've arrived at the place with the soothing orange glow. Sunshine fading off of orange painted doors. Some of which are more faded than others. Yeah, we're getting really close to having all this done. One more load with this pickup and we'll have all the crates out of here. Then it's just random things like wheelchair lifts and wheelchairs and some roll around toolboxes, stuff like that. Things that'll probably require a trailer to move, but anyways, I'm gonna eat my egg McMuffin and then let's see what's left in there. I love Twitter. So someone posted a comment in response to the lift update that I published, and the guy's like, a vehicle equipped with all that special equipment costs more to operate than a stock vehicle. Someone has to pay for all that equipment. Who do you think should pay for the equipment you need? To which I replied, oh, my phone's ringing. Hang on.
So I will be in touch with you, and you have an excellent day. Yeah.
All right, you too. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So apparently, as with everything in life, you just have to talk to the right people. In this case, I could have sworn I'd spoken with this department before, but I don't know. Sounds like they're going to get me taken care of, so yeah, works for me. Okay, well, good news. Sounds like they are going to be able to retrofit my chair. Anyways, back to Twitter. Yeah, so a vehicle equipped with all that special equipment costs more to operate than a stock vehicle. Who do you think should pay for that? So I replied, that's not the argument here. Following the laws is what the discussion is about. But by the way, I'm not on disability, I have a job, and I pay all my own bills. Also, the city subsidizes the WAV or wheelchair accessible vehicle rides, and one would think they'd be enforcing the laws and rules if they're paying for it. And then also, it's like city transit. The fares people pay don't even make a dent on the operating costs. Who should be paying to operate all those big expensive buses? I mean, the guy wasn't rude or anything, but, you know, just kind of an interesting point saying, well, you're expensive. Who do you think should be paying for that? So here we are. This is the OG storage unit, the one I've had for like 5 years. It looks like there is still a lot of stuff in here, and there is, but this entire back wall up to about here was filled with those crates. And the last few trips, we got most of those out. Today, we're gonna get the rest of these crates, and then probably also some of the stuff that's easier to move around, like this thing's on wheels, maybe some of these buckets. That is the old wheelchair lift out of my Power Stroke diesel van that I had years ago. And There's a lot of stuff in here. And this is the new wheelchair lift that's going in that van soon. Well, I need to get out of the storage unit before we finish that project, but yeah, this one has a longer platform, a much higher weight capacity, and it'll be good. I also need to beef up the floor a little bit on the van, because this van originally came with a UVL, and that floor wasn't designed to have a wheelchair lift bolted directly onto it without some extra bracing. But the frame is about this close to the bottom where the bolts are, so it'll be real easy to make some angle brackets, add some rubber bushings, drill through the frame, and then add some bushings on there to stabilize everything. But yeah, the bolt pattern is basically the same. That lift should come out. This one should go in. Minimal wiring. Call it a day. But that's probably not going to be till next month or so. Anywho, let's... I'm going to get to sorting some stuff here. Friend should be here soon, and we'll get this done. So the great thing about this storage unit is no matter how much stuff you take out of it, it still looks full inside. It still looks like it's full inside. Actually, I guess it looks like there's a little more room in here now. We're down to all the odds and ends that'll probably require a trailer. Uh-oh. That wheelchair lift has started to unfurl itself. That's going to be annoying to move. Oh, now I remember. I'll have to power up the... Oh, wait. I think I took the motor off of this one. I'm going to have to find the hydraulic motor for that. There's a little clip that goes down here that keeps the thing from deploying, and I had to take that off a long time ago because the solenoid broke. But anyways. New lift. Yeah. So we're definitely making some progress in here. I think that's about as much as I want my free help to do. The rest of this is going to be somewhat obnoxious and require some brute force and things. Ah, the Omega Track. That thing's still in here. Still works too, by the way. We'll have to do a video about that at some point. All right, we got everything all strapped down in here. Thank you, Vicky and John, for the straps. Yeah, I think we're good. Friend's got his truck full of stuff. Let's go back and unload. As you can probably see, there's a little bit more stuff out here than there used to be. We got all the crates out of storage. I still need to get some help over here and get these racks finished setting them up or whatever. Basically like this side here where you get some lumber, put it under there, and then put 2x4s over it. Because all of this stuff and or all of that stuff over there will fit on top of one of these. What's left in the storage unit right now is a few power chair bases and a couple of wheelchair lifts. And for all that to fit in here, this is gonna have to be cleared out. I've already emptied, I think I mentioned it before, I've emptied out 14 crates and just basically doing a light pass through them all and throwing stuff away. But we're definitely in full swing. I put in my notice for the storage unit for the end of this month. So, should be done. It's about easily over half done now. And I got something in my tire. I'm gonna try and get the slime to seal it. All right, I think we're good. All right, I think it's sealed. Ugh. We didn't lose too much air, so I think we're all right. There's a gas station. There's a gas station right over here. I'm gonna stop and put some more air in this tire. It's a little bit low. It's gonna affect my range and steering. have air in our tire now. Seems to be holding good. Almost feels like I might have overinflated it. Hopefully not. It feels like I'm taller on the left side now. It is always a bit risky pulling something out of your tire, but it didn't look like the hole was that big. And I have tire slime in these tubes. So usually between the tubes and the tire slime and the outer part of the tire, you can get it to seal. Usually just roll a little bit, and then what you want to do is point the hole down and then stop for a second so some of the tire slime flows through the hole, and then start rolling again. It is a risky run, when you've got air-filled tires, but in the case of this chair, I kind of have to run air-filled tires. Otherwise, it's so bumpy that it's almost unusable. Speaking of smooth sidewalks, oi. Ugh. Whose idea was it to run around in the dark? So Thursday or Friday, I'm getting an update about my Quantum forefront. They might be able to fix it. We'll see. This is what, Tuesday, I guess? Oh, so cold. Anyways, I'm gonna go inside and get warmed up. Oh, I just remembered, I don't think I have any food. Oh wait, no, I do. The cheese library restocked itself. Anyways, I'm gonna hop in my other chair, go inside, get warmed up, eat some food, do all that stuff. And yeah. Something. If there's still time left in flat tires, you ain't going nowhere.
Ah, damn it.
Well, let's fire up the air compressor and see if it'll leave.
The good news is we know where it came from.
You can hold air. What was it?
Scrapyard.
Oh. Yeah, that'll do it.
That's a brand new tire.
I was just going to tell you, too, be careful in those scrapyards. Those things are full of, like...
Oh, yeah, no, and I know. I worked there for 3 years. I was really comfortable where I was driving. Well, at least we figured it out when we were here.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, right. we could be in a lot worse scenarios.
I just got to show this little tire here, and we got to warn people that spares that come with your Toyota are not necessarily rated for wheelchair vans.
Yeah, right? Hey, you could do a whole YouTube thing on it.
I know, right?
Yeah. We should add before Ryan gets in, after Ryan gets in.
I know, right?
Do not do this.
We'll do that when we get back. We'll get over there. Yeah. So yeah, a little pizza cutter. It's set to max PSI right now, and with no wheelchairs in there, it looks okay. Yeah. But as soon as you get another like 700 pounds or whatever in there, it's a little bit of a different story.
Well, yeah, and it's right on that tire too. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So...
Even with the lift going down, it looks like it's squashed a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it starts folding in on itself.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and when the tread starts going inside like that, that's
not good.
Not gonna have a good time. Not what you want right there.
Would they ever have that kind of a tire in this kind of a car?
That's the question of the day. Yeah, and you're even downhill a little bit in the back too, so it was worse at my place.
Okay.
Honey, my car's apparently not open very far.
Okay.
Oh yeah, now it looks like it's like moderately serviceable.
Okay.
Dude, it's crazy that just the ramp, now it looks fine. Even just the ramp folding out, like cantilevers it enough. I wouldn't even go 25 miles an hour with that thing.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because that would shred in a hurry. Yeah, so my friend stopped by earlier, and I forget why he was stopping by. I don't know, something. Oh, that's right. I was working on some projects for him. But he was at the steel yard earlier dropping off some scrap, and apparently got a nail in his tire. And he was getting ready to leave, and I was like, wait a second, you're not going anywhere. That tire is flat. So I fired up the compressor, tried putting some air in it, had a pretty big leak. We found the hole. And the option was fix a flat in there, but the tires are brand new, and having that mess inside the tires is never fun, especially for the guy that has to take it back apart and patch it. But he had a full-size spare, but then it wasn't a full-size spare. And we swapped that on. It looked like it was okay. I filled it up to 60 PSI. But then when he got in there with his wheelchair, the tire was so flat that there's no way it would be safe to drive. Apparently the spare tire that's included with the, I think it's a Braun conversion van. I forget which one it is exactly, but it's woefully inadequate for a vehicle of that size, especially when there's a power chair inside of it. So I was like, I have a big van, I can drive. So his caretaker hopped in his van, he got in my van, we got him all tied down, because while there is a decent amount of space in my van, there's not enough room for me to tie down someone else that is in there with me. So anyways, we got him all strapped down, drove back to his place, and then they unhooked him and we got out and everything was good. So I think tomorrow he's gonna go down and get the tire fixed. But yeah, brand new tires, always, right? Although it is good if you're gonna get a nail in your tire when the tire is new, because it's less likely to cause damage because there's a lot more rubber there. And the hole was right in one of the thick lugs on the tread. So if you're gonna get a hole in your tire, it was the best spot to have it, and the tires were new, so a patch on that will hold up pretty much forever. As I'm running around in the living room today, I realized something, and that would be this plant right here is still sitting in the middle of the floor. And as some of you may know why, it's because there's a hole in the floor. When we removed the carpet in here, that was a random surprise, and it was supposed to get repaired, but I think everyone's forgotten about that now. So today I'm gonna do it myself. I'm tired of running into that plant. And not so much running into it, but just the space it takes up. Also, I'm gonna get a shelf to put these houseplants on so they're not on the floor. Maybe make a little bit more usable floor space in here. While I was running around and pulling stuff out of storage, I got some of my rolling toolboxes and other things, and I discovered that I have some hole saws. I think one of them is just the right size for this. There we go. I believe it is this one here. So let's run back inside real check. Let's run back inside real quick and check to see if it's about the right size. My thought is I'm going to core drill one of these 2x6s or 2x4s or whatever, and basically glue it in place. That's the easiest way to deal with it. It's enough of a hole that it can kind of catch the casters on a power chair. So I think it'd be good to not have this anymore. Yeah, I think it's a tiny bit bigger, but I think with the inside diameter of this and the angle of the teeth that are on here, we should be able to get a plug that is just about the right size for that. I'm trying to remember if I have a cordless drill with batteries in it at the moment. I think I do. Oh yeah, I've got an impact driver that would probably work. I'm not sure if that's a good idea for a hole saw, but anyways, let me get this bit set up. There's a little piece that has to go into the center of this, and it's gonna require some tools to remove it from the other one. So let me get this all set up and then we'll get this taken care of. All right, this is a pretty thick piece of lumber here, and our drill's not gonna go all the way through it, but I think I should be able to use this part that sticks out here and drill through one side and then be able to flip it around and go in through the back as well. There we go. Yeah, safety. Okay, impact is not gonna work. Not sure why I thought it would. Let me grab a regular drill. This is the drill from the kit that is super old. I have no idea if the battery is gonna be charged enough to actually make this work, but we're about to find out. Put this on low speed and take two. This reminds me of breaking my wrist. Oh, I think that's it. Yep, we got it. We have a plug. Ha! Look at that. It's like some sort of weird breakfast biscuit from McDonald's. It's gonna be too big. Yep, a little bit too big. So I was planning on doing this with glue and screws and all kinds of stuff, but I decided on friction fit would probably be the easiest way to take care of this. So this thing will just kind of go in here now, and we're just gonna bang it in with this hammer. And then what I'll do, since our edges are not completely round, I can sort of drizzle some wood glue down in there and then use some wood filler on this hole in the middle, and then use some of the wood putty stuff that's colored to go ahead and make it match the rest of the floor. I keep hammering, I'm gonna damage the rest of the floor around this. So let me go grab something, I'll be right back. Perfect. I think that's about as flush as we're gonna get, and that ain't going nowhere. There actually isn't even that much of a gap here, so I think what I'll probably do is just use some of that wood filler to fill the hole in the middle of this thing, and we'll call it a day. I think that's gonna be perfect. Oh yeah, can't even feel it. I guess that ends this episode of This Old Whatever.